Oh my god. Kid got deleted.
Safety's off, folks. Enemies here.
Hey, what's going on, Champ Squad? My name is Vinsanity, and welcome back to another Apex Legends video, of course. As most of you know, I am a longtime Bangalore main. I've got over 20,000 kills with her, and I've been playing her since the early seasons of the game. Even with some minor nerfs at the beginning of this season, I still stand by Bangalore being one of the very best, if not the best legend in Apex Legends, especially in the right hands. So in today's vid, I'm going to go over 5 of my best tips for making the most of Bangalore's abilities in Season 19 of Apex Legends. Alright, so getting right into it, my first tip for Bangalore is to use her smoke as an offensive option. So if you shoot your smoke directly at an opposing team, not only does it deal 10 damage apiece, but it can really disorient them a lot. So I like to shoot smoke at a team and then hit a wide flank to hit a different angle on them when I can, especially using the speed boost from her double time. Bank smoke is also very effective offensively if you can find yourself a digi threat and put it on something like a Volt or R9. So if you end up using her smoke in a more aggressive rather than defensive way, it will bring your team a lot more utility and disorient the other team rather than your own. So the next tip I have for Bangalore is to try to use her smoke only when necessary in appropriate situations. One of these that I highly recommend is to use bank smoke after you finish off a team so you can loot their box safely. With how common third parties are this season, you can never really be sure that after you finish one team, another team isn't right around the corner. So when possible, I recommend keeping one smoke in the tank so that you can quickly smoke a box and loot safely or hit a shield swap without risk of taking damage from another ongoing team. So right after you finish a fight, this gives you a confident reset and quick looting window before a third party is right on you. So my next tip is to use Bang's double time passive to get the jump on your enemies. Bang's double time gives you a pretty massive speed boost that you can use offensively rather than just for an escape route. So I often like to swing on an enemy after my double time is activated, since you end up being very hard to track when you got the speed boost, and you often get the jump on them and surprise them. You also get really crazy stray speed and movement from the speed boost, which makes you a very elusive, tough target to hit. So a lot of players will just expect you to retreat with Bangalore's double time, but you can definitely surprise some enemies by also using her double time as an offensive repositioning tool. So my fourth tip is to reserve Bangalore's ultimate for after you get the first knock on an enemy team. So I often like to carry a ranged weapon like a Hemlock or a Nemesis to pick off an opponent at range, and then I immediately throw down my ult after I get the first knock. The reason I do this is that it forces the enemy team to make a decision about whether to back off and leave their teammates stranded, or to tank your ult and go for the revive but take a lot of damage. So every time I do this, the enemy team is put in a really tough spot, and it often ends up splitting them and gives your team a huge advantage in the gunfight. So my fifth tip, and probably the most important in this video, is to not panic smoke. A lot of Bangalore players will spam smoke as soon as they take damage from an enemy team, even when it's completely unnecessary. So try to be aware of your surroundings and hug cover when possible so that you don't need to rely on your smoke excessively. If you panic smoke, you end up putting yourself and your team at a disadvantage because it's very disorienting and it doesn't really serve any real purpose. So only use smoke when you're out in the open and need some on-the-go cover for you or your team, but also be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you have an exit route or some nearby cover to hug so that if you take a little bit of damage, you can just rely on that cover rather than having to use your smoke, so you can keep it for the situations where you really need it.
Oh, I'm out of ammo.
So those are 5 quick tips I have for playing Bangalore in Season 19. In the right hand, she's still one of the best legends in the game, and I really think you guys will enjoy playing her. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Someone just landed.
Enemy landed on me. Got the positional advantage. Down to target.
Where's this kid?
Last member of that team. Sorry.
Contact.
Oh my god. Kid got deleted.
Safety's off, folks. Enemies here.
opponent. Enemy close.
We're inside the ring.
Ignition. Grenade. Minus one opponent. Oh, team one. Let's move here.
Back. Lifeline's weak.
We're in the next ring.
Quite weak.
Reloading.
Lifeline's climbing up on you.
Team wipe. Recharging my shield. Don't worry about me.
Down to target.
Hi, enemy here. Oh, team wipe. What a play. Healing.
Give my shields a recharge.
Getting shot at.
That rate's one shot.
Give me a sec. Recharging shields.
I got an evac.
Recharging my
Oh, I guess we can just run it. Right?
We're inside the ring. Got the positional advantage. Care package incoming. Let's get to the LZ. Popping smoke.
Rate's weak.
Smoke here.
Oh. Did he hit you with the crane?
Recharging shields.
I see him. I think we should go there. Firing.
You are the Apex champions.